We are going to have a look at the interpretation of graphs. Linear, parabolic, hyperbolic, exponential, or logarithmic graph. All those can be interpreted. Now let's have a look at a function of this form. Let's see. Right. Then, that is a straight line graph. The first one was a parabola. You can realize that A on the parabola is negative, is less than 0, is negative. That's why the parabola is facing down. This one is a B here, and then this one is an A. Here is a C here, and there's a D here, and there's an E here, and there's an F there. Yeah. And then there's going to pass on E there, and then the origin of the graph. There's the straight line is an H, and then the parabola is a K. Now you are given K of x is equal to negative x squared plus 3x plus 10, and then straight line h of x is equal to mx plus c, start form of the quadratic. And they say the two graphs pass at C and D, while the parabola pass also at A, C and B. Now, if one, determine the length of AO, OB, OC, and DE. Now, AO is the x-intercept. OB is also the x-intercept. So we need to factorize the quadratic there. We have negative x squared plus 3x plus a 10 is equal to a 0. On the x-intercept, the value of y is 0. We can multiply that by negative. That will be 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. We look at the first term and the last term. The factors are x and x. Factors here are 5 and 2. This number is negative, that will be negative, that will be positive. Why? Because if you multiply here, you get positive 2x, and when you multiply here, you will get negative 5x, and the answer here is negative 3x. So there comes a major term. So the factors here will become x minus 5 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. X minus 5 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to negative 2, or x is equal to positive 5. Therefore, this one here will be AO. Therefore, AO is equal to 2 units. And then OB will equal to 5 units. And then OC is the y-intercept on the two graphs. And from that, your C is 10, therefore OC is equal to 10 units. OC is the y-intercept when x will be 0 here. And then DE is the maximum point, the turning point here. So for us to get DE, we can first get the value of OE. OE. From here we have negative 2, here we have 5. So DE is the axis. Note that DE is the axis of symmetry. The functional is symmetrical along DE, and that can be given by negative B over 2A, and our B here is positive 3. Our A there is negative 1. 3 over 2 is 1.5. So X here is 1.5, which means from here to there is 5. 5 minus 1.5 is 3.5. And from here to the origin there is 2 units. If you put 1.5 there, that gives you 3.5. So that's a 3.5 this side, that's a 3.5 this side. So it's symmetrical along there. Now, if you know that, you can substitute f of 3 over 2 onto the original equation. That becomes 3 over 2 squared plus 3 over 2 plus 10. That is negative 9 over 4 plus 9 over 2 plus 10 over 1. This can be better written as 9 over 4 plus 18 over 4 plus 4 over 40. Common denominator, we all write 1. We shall 40 plus 18 is 58. So minus 9 plus 58. The answer will be 49 over 4. Therefore, DE is equal to 49 over 4 units. The next question will be, we got the length of DE, the equation of HX. That is defined HX. HX is given by MX plus C. Now we know what C is, because C of the parabola is the same as C of a linear function, which is there. C is 10, by the way, so our battle is done, but we need to get the slope here. Slope or gradient here, which is M. And we need to get C there, which is the y-intercept. So h of x, that function will be mx plus 10. Now let's get m. M is the slope. Slope is given by y2 minus y1 to x2 minus x1. And the slope there, go back to our equation and look at only two coordinates that can help us. The coordinates here are given as 5, x is 5, y is 0, x is minus 2 here, y is 0, x here is a 0, y is a 10. You can use CB for the slope. The slope of CB at C there, let's see 0 and 10, 5 and 0. Let's write them down here. We have position C 0, the coordinates is that, and at B, x is 5, y is a 0. Substitute there, we'll have 10 minus 0 into 0 minus 5. That is 10 over minus 5. That gives us negative 2. You should be smiling because if you move from your left hand to your right hand, you go down. This function here is decreasing. We expect the slope to be negative. As a result, you got to get negative 2. Therefore, hx can be given by two x plus 10. So we have managed to give the equation of h. The next question will be the x values for which k of x is less than 0. The x values for which k of x, let's look at k of x. Now, I hope you appreciate that anything beyond, anything greater than 5, the function here is negative. Anything less than negative 2 here, the function is negative. So we can say x is greater than 5 and x is less than k of x is less than 0, which means it's negative. When x is less than negative 2 and x is greater than 5, and the next question will be, calculate the distance, calculate df, this distance here, calculate df Now DF will appreciate that this is the parabola minus a straight line y, because at F here is the value of y on a straight line, at D here is the value of y on a parabola. So DF will be negative x squared plus 10 negative 3x. Let's check the function. Yeah, it's plus 10. And then we have h of x, which was equal to negative 2x plus 10. So the parabola minus straight line, which is k of x minus h of x, will equal to negative x squared plus 3x plus 10 minus negative 2x plus 10. This will give us negative x squared plus 3x plus 10 plus 2x minus 10. That will drop with that. I remain with negative x squared plus 3x plus 2x. That is negative x squared plus 5x. That is df. Now, when they say df is minimum or maximum, this is a quadratic. We have negative x into x minus 5x is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0. Now, when they say df is a minimal or maximum, you know that a parabola tends here, that gives us the maximum. Or when it goes there, it gives us here the minimum. And the minimum is along the x-axis, where x is equal to negative b over 2a. And then for the coordinates, it's going to be negative b over 2a, f of negative b over 2a. That's the coordinates of the changing points. So that will be a quadratic. And with that quadratic, you can solve and get the maximum or the minimum point. Hope you got that.